5 of us tonight could have been the most or the least.
We weren't.
I feel like we were all. If I'm going to be honest, I feel like we were all terrible.
It wasn't royal. It wasn't royal variety. It wasn't giving royal variety.
But we were all bad. Were we all bad?
Do you know
I think we
what?
were. Okay,
the least entertaining person.
We were bad.
The most entertaining. I think they just felt sorry for me. They were like, we know you're the least entertaining. Let's just give this to you.
It was.
Let you have something.
I think everyone was really funny. I was laughing my head off, but like as talent goes,
I was dying at Olivia. I literally,
she was so funny.
I think I was in pain of laughter, just because it just wouldn't stop.
They let her have 3.
Jesus Christ, fucking looks terrible. Like the reactions in that way. But then for you, they're used to seeing you being entertaining, so they probably didn't react as much. Like I honestly wouldn't think of it.
You are hilarious.
You are so
You're one of the funniest people I've ever met.
In like,
you're so funny.
But in an unintentional way. In a way
it's not laughing at you.
Yeah, it's not laughing at you.
Just thinking, oh, she's so like.
You really say funny things in like a very witty, quick way.
Yeah, it's like timing's perfection.
Your like physicalities can be funny sometimes. Like in the mime today, like you were very.
Yeah, thank you. Aww. Stop it!
Also, like the way your mind thinks about situations is very funny.
On top of that, you're just super kind and sweet, and
I just think that's fun to watch.
When I saw you and Luke, I was just like, oh.
It was the best thing ever. Like, I absolutely love it. I can't wait. Like, please, I know that not everyone's an Instagram person, but if you're gonna do it on your private Instagram story or whatever, let me in, because I'm nosy and I want to know what everyone's up to, and I want to still feel that same like joy that I felt from like
catching up on everyone.
I don't use social media a lot. I barely post anything, but I think I will start to. Yes.
Do you think there'll be a group chat after here?
I hope
there's really one, definitely, really 100%. That they're like, I'm sure not everyone who's been evicted is still watching the show, because like people have their own lives and people are very busy, you know, of course. So I'm sure people are like putting in updates in the chat, like
who's gonna be in London tonight?
Like oh my god,
are you guys going to Late and Live tonight?
Yeah. Like oh my god, drinking Tom and he went tonight.
In a really weird way, I kind of feel like FOMO for missing out on all that stuff. But then
that's what I feel.
But then at the same time, we're here and we're still in the house.
I don't think there'll be that much FOMO for us. Well, maybe people who've left in the early days, but like for instance, people who left recently, like Chanel and Trish are like Trish are not like FOMO, and they're like, I'm glad I went back to my son and like.
Crazy.
Like family fortune sort of thing. That me personally sits on.
Yeah, what do you sit on?
Anyone, 5
like
things.
family fortunes.
Yeah, 5 things.
Remember to be honest.
Be honest, Matty.
5 specific things people sit on.
That you
and once you've completed this, you may choose the next housemate, and I will give you what you've to ask them.
Okay, let me think.
1 thing you sit on is?
You're doing it right now.
You're sitting down.
Sofa.
Yay! Yay! Another thing you sit on is?
Someone's lap.
Yay! Yay! A 3rd thing you sit on is?
A horse.
Woohoo! A 4th thing you sit on is?
You sit on your laurels.
What is laurel?
Like you just sit on your like.
Rest on your.
I'm so bad at saying.
Scrap that. Start again. A 4th thing you sit on is?
I always get mixed up. You sit on A whoopee cushion.
Fair enough. A fifth thing, I could think of a fifth thing.
Yeah, I can think of one.
I can think of a fifth thing.
Think dirty, make it exciting.
Make it exciting.
Dirty, but I'm not sure about exciting.
Begins with D and it ends in...
What, are you fucking joking me?
What? What?
Well, Olivia's tried to make Matty to do a dirty joke, and Yimran's gone. But that makes her uncomfortable. Oh, fuck, please don't be back in that house. I've got some fucking words to have. Look at Yimran's face. Oh, she's smirking. She enjoys that. It's okay when Matty says it.
She'll be nominating him next.
Yeah. Yimran will be nominating Matty next because he made a dirty joke.
For things they don't understand makes me angry. Number 3.
It's just me, or is she on, like, low volume?
Go on, volume up. Tick, tick, tick.
This is my volume. Number 3. What makes me angry is people leaving skid marks in the toilet and then blaming it on me because I use wipes in the toilet.
Blocky,
All right,
come
Blocky.
on.
All right.
All right, Blocky.
Number 4.
4.
Thor. People who can't count.
Number 4. People who don't have... Where are your manners, people? People don't have manners. Number 5.
Good reference.
Number 5. People who tell me to increase my volume.
I think you could do better with number 5.
Right, okay, let me think of number 5. Number 5, what makes me angry? I didn't spend a lot of time being angry.
What's made you angry in this house?
What's made me angry in this house?
Finished the last, darling.
Are you sure, darling?
What's made me angry in this house?
Darling.
I've already talked about like that. People like judging people for no reason. That's what's made me angry in this house.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, come and I'll show you your next.
Oh no, I've got one. People call me fake. There you go. That was me.
Slay.
The third one. Anyone you want.
Henry, what makes you laugh?
5 things.
I can't say everything, so I need to choose some specific things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Number
take much
1.
for him to chuckle.
Yimran and Matty's song.
I'm so angry because you made
Too
me
much
wet.
water. You put too much water. Why do you put so much water?
You to help.
Yes,
You were so mean.
yes, and he asked me, why do you put extra water in it? You ruined it. It's done. You ruined it. I was like,
I remember that.
so angry.
Okay, that's 1.
What else make me angry?
Think about the venting challenge.
All right. And 1.
You can name and shame. It's only us 5 left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for now.
We're all friends here.
But now, before, one time I was so angry. Yeah, I was angry for Jenkins once as well. Just the first time I was already a little bit angry because the first morning he didn't even check what kind of coffee I want. He didn't even check what kind of bread I want. For he was supposed to prepare for my breakfast. I was sitting there in the bedroom alone.
Waiting.
Waiting.
Were you actually?
I was actually. Everyone's there here in the living room.
But you had to wait because he was supposed to cook you breakfast.
I need to have my breakfast in bed.
Oh, did they say that breakfast in bed? Oh my God.
Breakfast in bed, but no one was in the bedroom. I was the only one. The bed. This is the second thing I was angry about.
Third?
The third thing was Henry ranked me as the least entertaining.
We're with you on that one.
Yeah.
We're with you on that one.
I'm with you on that one.
This is the third thing.
Fourth?
The fourth thing was
Whole ruined your
Yeah, I was about to
party.
say that one.
yeah, that one I was pretty angry as well. Even though we made it up the day after, but at that night I just feel like one more. One more.
How about some of those jokes, the inappropriate jokes?
Oh, I was angry, but this is a lame one. I was angry today. But let me think about a more spicy one.
Hey.
No, I was like at least entertaining again by the public.
Yeah.
Let me think about the other one. Housemate.
What about yesterday?
Oh. But that in that case,
Not angry though. That's
yeah,
is it?
it was not angry.
What about
Scared.
egg fried rice?
All right. I was angry about Carrie.
Right.
Because the first time I make fried vegetable, Carrie was in the dining room and Carrie went out, all the vegetables were gone. So I said, oh, next time I will cook for you again, I will save you one. And Carrie said, yes, please. And next time I cooked vegetable for her, he said, oh, I'm sorry, I'm already full for the food I had. You can give it to the others. And no one else wanted. So the vegetable was wasted. I was,
Girl.
That was unfortunate.
yeah, that was just,
There.
Now I've got a violin in my ear.
I've suffered. Yes, this is
Right,
5 of my
okay.
moments.
So your one is to anyone.
Including you.
Olivia. Name 5 things you regret saying in this house.
Ooh,
Juicy.
that's a hard one.
It's a hard thing.
Yeah.
5 things.
I regret saying.
I remember watching it in a few days' time. So pick good ones.
I regret. Oh, it's really hard because I would like to go on like nominations, but I don't know if I
Can't
can
talk,
do
Yeah.
that.
can't talk about them now.
And, it's,
When Yinra nearly
and it looked directed to Yinrun, even though it wasn't directed to Yinrun. It was more so like everyone, but it
was
just
regretful.
unfortunate Yinrun was there.
Yeah.
But it's not something I said because what I said, you went, oh, I never even realised I could just do that. And I was like, yeah. But it was the way I delivered it. So I'm not going to say that because that's so far gone.
Regret is quite a strong word. Is there any other word we could use to switch?
I
to make
regret
it-
saying that
You would have revised.
no, I'm trying to think. Like there probably are some things that I do regret. I regret saying that maybe Noki isn't what she is telling me she is based on Halloween.
Yeah.
I regret saying that. I regret a lot of the things that happened that week.
And it made you sit there for 10 minutes yesterday. This is a really big one. The
This is
first
a
few were so
hard one.
easy.
These
is
are
a hard
easy. They get
one,
harder
yeah.
and harder and harder as they went along.
I regret saying how much Dylan was annoying me behind his back
Slay.
because that's not who I am.
Slay.
And I think you all know that's not who I am.
Yeah.
Do you think you got caught up in the atmosphere that time of the
100%. And I think I got caught up in seeing his reaction when people called him out. For the first time in my life, being a bit more of a shadow of myself and not wanting to have that conflict. Normally I'm confrontational, but with Dylan, as a 23-year-old, versus someone who's 16
39.
years older than me, I never wanted to speak that. So I do regret that because I feel like he'll watch that back and think I'm being a bitch. And I said it after it happened, and I do regret saying how much he annoyed me on multiple occasions to other people instead of his face. And I think going back to what I said is I regret saying Matty's doing my tits in via secret coding. I regret expressing my feelings towards you to other people as opposed to your face. But had I have said it to your face, would we be where we are now?
Yeah.
Probably not.
That feels like a lifetime ago.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
But I also think that's really nice that I can say that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think what other situations you've been in.
What about with Paul? Anything to with Paul?
no, I don't regret anything with Paul. He was someone who I was always really open with
Yeah.
and honest with.
Kerry? Hallie?
Farida?
Farida?
No.
Farida.
Chanel,
Gordon?
Jake, and Tom.
Zach? Zach?
I didn't know Zach for long enough to regret anything I said.
Who else is gone?
I regret the first night in the house saying such strong things about Jenkins and his snoring. Because of now I know how that made him feel. But I do believe that was in response to how he had made me feel that night.
Yeah.
As opposed to maybe how I actually felt about him. Like how I hated him.
Do you know what's so hard is because I knew that the way that you reacted wasn't a fair reflection on yourself. But I also knew that none of us knew how it would feel in that situation.
I feel awful that and it wasn't just me, and I hope that other people. And also, I'm dead chuffed with how I reacted to all those things. And, and I genuinely regret them in a past tense form because.
But I think that's what makes you stand out. Because, I mean, I don't want to bring it back to people that aren't here, but like I said yesterday when I was talking about how Tom's made me feel the past few days, that the difference between him and you and Jenkin is that you two have found like a way to speak to me honestly about how you feel, and we've come back from that.
But you told me as well that something that I'm good at that I never knew I was good at till I came here is I can swallow my pride quite
That's a big
easily
thing.
and admit when I'm wrong.
That's one of your USPs, and I think many people in this house, the majority of people in this house can't do that.
I think
find that
a
to be
lot
very...
of people who don't like confrontation, genuinely the reason they don't like confrontation isn't actually because they don't like confrontation. It's because they don't enjoy swallowing their pride and admitting defeat when they are wrong.
I completely agree. That's why it's such a big thing for me when people do it for me. I make an effort to like emphasize how
I believe
impactful.
if Tom had done that, he would still be sat here.
He might truly believe what he said. However, if he'd explored the opportunity to like change his mind, his fate would have been different, because it was very hard for me to pick him yesterday. You saw that like I felt very like hurt by the fact that I had to do that, but he left me with no option. But if he had done what Jenkin had done, Jenkin tried very hard to make me really believe that he'd changed his view. I didn't have to. And when he left, I said to him, thank you for not picking me, because it really felt so like validating and genuine, because I still thought he could have picked me.
On this, on the...
Yeah. I still, and him and Jordan, I thought they still could have picked me, and it would have been plausible, but to know that that was genuine, and even you as well, for you not to pick me, that felt very like healing, because I was like,
could you imagine me sitting next to you holding your hand like you're okay and then be like, I nominate Noki?
that would have killed me.
Also, the paranoia gets to you and you have irrational thoughts in your head.
Yeah.
You have to think that everyone is out to backstab you, which is a horrible feeling to.
I honestly regret all those 5 things, but in a very past tense form.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't still regret them. I'm grateful that they all happened. And I'm proud of myself for rectifying each of those 5
That's what makes you stand out. Like, you really do swallow your pride a lot in the most like mature and genuine way. I never feel like you're doing it to say.
How much fucking smoke are they blowing each other's asses?
Foolish people just being fools. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? And then it turned out that you were on a secret task. Or because that was my first impression of you, it was hard.
Hard to break that down.
Hard to break that down. So I feel like being on a secret task actually, for me, made you be at a disadvantage. And that prejudgment stayed for a while.
But for some people, I don't think it did.
No, not at all.
Me and Henry have always like got on so well. And I think specifically in the last kind of few weeks, I couldn't imagine being in this house without Henry. Because like your laugh is so infectious for me. And I open my mouth and he laughs and then I laugh. And like, it genuinely is. You're one of the people I so much enjoy being around. Like, and I genuinely mean that. So I could never have stood up and said your name yesterday in a million bloody years. Like, and each person is their own person, so completely different, and that's my opinion. And like, I genuinely mean that. Like, I could never have done
at that moment, because I was like, this is all I've ever wanted everyone to realise, and because of that situation, I felt left out of it. I was like, oh my God, like I've just wanted everyone to see like that this divide is not necessary and it's actually holding everyone back from getting the most out of this experience.
I think the worst part was that the Hunger Games came in straight after.
Yeah, there was no time to like settle into the experience and the dynamics.
The fact that in the immunity, it was Chanel and Tom and 3, like Noki being the only really impartial person, so it was.
But at that point, Noki was not really that impartial. Noki was hanging out with us much more than you guys, so it really was.
I think at that point, for us, we were so low already based on Paul leaving that it sucked us into believing that anything we did had no value because you would always have.
Well, it can show that yes, Jenkin got the snake coin, but his best friend also got the immunity coin. So it didn't matter at all. Potentially, me, Noki, and Henry, could have said one of us. We could have gone one of us 3 are getting it, but that didn't happen. And like, and then fair enough. If that did happen, then it was like that's kind of objective. Like the divide was actually real.
Yeah, because
but the fact that Chanel, no one talked about that though. That Chanel won the immunity
Paul
coin.
was there and not Trish when we went for the snake coin. Jordan would have walked with it.
Yeah,
not
Jordan would have walked with it, yes.
Yeah. So I do believe that 3v2, but like I said to you, Jenkin taking that allowed him to take control. And I was happy to let him take that control. I could never have openly said Jenkin. I couldn't have done that. But I knew that was going to be the outcome. He walked in thinking that would be the outcome, and he was at peace with that outcome. So, like, genuinely, on reflection of the 5 things that I have just said, like, the divide was always more so of, like, a virtual reality.
It was more virtual.
Than actual reality.
Because Chanel would have never, if the divide was really that real, Chanel wouldn't have won the immunity coin.
Yeah.
But it goes to show that then crossover is very important because obviously, at the end of the day, we're our own people and we form relationships with people outside of the groups, you know?
And that's what I mean, and we saw that for ourselves yesterday, and I think as brutal as yesterday was, I think it was also nice because I think a lot of your own paranoia, whether you only had 1 or 2 votes.
Yeah.
A lot of the 5 of us still sat here. You nominated Noki. Noki nominated you.
Also, I love you for the same reason.
It's kind of like opposites.
Yeah. Opposites attract.
Yeah.
But with you, I think we're actually quite the same in the fact that we're both like a bit cautious about who we let in. And as a result, we've been overcautious of each other.
Yeah.
Which I think has been really interesting.
Okay, so on that one, that was very in-depth, and I'm sorry it got to that, but I'm glad we all...
Compliment to everyone.
It's a deep night tonight.
Okay, so the next one for me is I'm going to send this to... Now, I want the juice with this one. Don't choose the cop-out option.
Cop-out option.
Describe an ex-housemate, Henry,
Can I go to the toilet while you think about this?
of your choice in 5 words.
Right, think while I'm on the list.
I think
ex-housemate.
An ex-housemate. Describe them first, and then we'll try guess, and then tell us if we're right.
You've got 30 seconds to think.
Don't do Jordan.
Oh, I thought that's not the cop-out.
Don't say it before I'm
No,
back.
that would be the cop-out.
That would be the cop-out.
Okay.
Yeah, we want the juice.
Okay.
Like, think about
5
someone
words.
who there would be juice.
Okay.
Give us 5 very brief words. Let us try and guess.
Yeah.
And then tell us if anyone gets it right.
Okay.
Not unanimous. You two know all about
Together.
unanimous. What was that one?
Most genuine.
I instantly will be self-aware of the fact that people don't think I'm genuine. I know I am.
I'm
but
going to side with Noki, and
I will
I'm going to put
happily-
myself at number 4.
No, yeah, I'll put myself at 5 for that because, like, I know that people have called me disingenuous from day one, so I'm
But I
self-aware
would
of
say
that.
you're more direct with people than I am.
But not always straight away. Like Matty said to me last week, it's been nice to get to know you more and see the other side of you that you like to hide. It did take me to week 4/5 to give that part of me. So for that reason, I think I can come across as less genuine because I don't give that easily.
And
To me, I just want to put it out there, I think Yin Run is the most genuine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't...
I think you wear your heart on your sleeve.
Yeah.
Very much.
I don't think you know how not to be genuine.
No. I feel like, I don't feel like you wouldn't.
I genuinely think. But I think I would put Yenren 1, Mac 2.
But then I feel like maybe I don't come across genuine, like in the Halloween task. Kerry said that she thought I was the person who Hallie was talking about when she said of fakeness. So then obviously, like, then there is some question into my genuineness. So
It's always hard because we all find you genuine. So we have bias in the same way that I wouldn't keep you
But then I
score,
think
but know
about
I've
like
got
other
bias.
people's opinion as well. Like you've thought about other people's opinion, you've thought about other people's opinion.
And I spent half of this process trying to work out how to talk about my feelings. So that was tricky.
I think Yenren sits at 1. I don't know if Noki sits at 5.
But I think public opinion would put me at 5, so I'm happy to take the hit.
But it's our opinion.
It's our opinion, though, yeah.
I don't know.
But obviously, like this
but each
game is just
person,
like
if it was
also
gonna
very
be me,
orchestrated and.
My 5 would be different to your 5.
Yeah.
And your 5 would be different to Noki's 5, and so on and so forth. But I think let's stand up and let's order ourselves 1 to 5 as a unanimous call.
Yeah.
I think everyone is more than welcome to put their say in as to where they believe they should be.
Yeah.
And if people disagree, we can amend.
Yeah.
But let's get up, order ourselves 1 on that side, 5 on that side.
Yin Run get to the end.
Seriously.
Yes.
I just don't think like you have it in you to like be seen as anything but. Is this 5 this side, yeah?
I don't know. I feel like I'm probably on part.
Let's just get this one over quick because this one is just very orchestrated and.
I'm very like happy.
I'll go with 3. You go 2.
No, I think I'm fine here.
Therefore,
I'm standing
because
here.
I genuinely
I'm
think
closer to this.
Yenren
Yeah,
is,
same.
but Yenren's one of those people where she doesn't need to try. Like I could
You don't
watch
need to
her
try
just
to
go about
be
her daily
entertaining.
life, and I find her hysterical.
You two
Number
are
one.
definitely up there, then it's just a matter of us three.
No, I'm quite satisfied here. You've done it once before, you can do it
Also, I know
again.
that I'm not like giving it 100% bits.
You've done
all
it. Like
I think I've got resting bitch face, so I think maybe people think that I'm not very trustworthy.
Do you know what? I've been
quite happy
defeatist in the
with
first two, but I'm actually gonna really like be kind to myself because
I think you are very trustworthy.
I've been so genuine to the point where it's
Yeah.
She's proven me.
I'm
She's
gonna-
proven me that. So I stand by what Noki's
I've
saying.
struggled to confront people when I've wanted to see someone stay down here.
I think I always confront people when I want to, but I love a gossip, so I very much sit in the middle.
I would actually put myself near the top as well.
Yeah, I think you deserve
because
to be
like
here.
I'm
Everyone
so obsessed with like
I won a
not
secret
trying
task.
to say the wrong
She
thing.
did win a
that
secret
honestly drives me
task.
crazy.
People
No.
trust you.
Yeah, she cried.
This is my honor.
Yeah, she's a game player. She's a game player. Okay, so this is who we believe is most trustworthy.
I feel
think
that
I
like
give-
You are
in
more
arguments,
sensible.
When people are having arguments, I feel like I'm trying to comfort both people.
I
not
don't know
because
what
of, like,
I don't know what to do when someone cries. so
Neither.
I'm staying down here.
I
You are
think I
doing
give
so well
better
to me.
advice.
You
Then I
comfort
do
me more than
Yeah.
I
You
comfort.
comforted me.
Oh.
You comforted me.
I think I'm better at, okay, so here's the tough love that you need, not here's the cuddle that you need. So I'm more than happy to be here.
Oh, and I love a deep conversation.
You do. People must be thinking boring when we start talking to you.
We're not doing a therapy class, guys.
Hell
Big
no.
brother.
So this is who we believe to be most to least
I haven't heard the word
comforting.
perpetuate all week.
I don't even know what that means.
Do you want to
A
know?
narrative.
Okay,
Right.
and we're on our last one.
Juicy, juicy.
This is, oh!
You want to make it a third time?
I'm wearing my my
Okay.
swimwear.
Most to least. Drum roll.
Annoying.
Drama.
Drum roll. Fashionable.
Oh,
Noki gets number
Noki.
one.
Oh, I make some questionable choices.
Noki gets
Come on.
number. I mean, if you
Yeah,
see his
Noki,
fucking
Noki, come
Shrek
on.
outfit,
I think-
Noki gets to number one.
In here.
You,
If
I
you-
think you need to come up.
Me?
Yeah, you're very fashionable. To be fair,
If you
I
saw
wear
in here, I haven't
I'm
been as
willing to go
good.
to the end.
no, don't put yourself at the end.
No, but I wear whatever I can find from the
we
bin.
Pull a look on
literally.
eviction night.
No, no.
We talked about how much we admire your
Yeah.
Yeah, but it may be like confident, but like fashion isn't fashion, or is it just wearing
I think
any
you
old
should
silly
get
stuff?
I think. Yes.
Yeah.
But you look gorgeous now.
Every other day, I look like
honestly.
Go back to
Cowl
the
neck.
first
Cowl
place,
neck.
a
please.
joke.
I mean, I loved your
I'm gonna
outfit
bring
at
you
the stage show.
Thank you. That's from number
so
4's
curated.
wardrobe. Okay,
My book.
most to least fashionable,
Voila.
but Yenren has come such a long way.
Yes.
Absolutely. We're proud of you, baby girl.
We're very proud.
And Jenkins not here anymore.
And also,
As per Jenkins.
Matty
advice.
has acquired a few more.
I literally wear
Batemans.
like bunny ears.
Oh,
Matty.
peppermint girly.
Just water.
I'm proud of you, Olivia.
Nothing.
Peppermint gang.
Nothing. Nothing.
I've got nothing left. Oh, thank you. Let me come and sort it out. I'll put hours in to dry.
Oh my god.
Thank
it's so
you.
good next to
Probably
tonight.
3 hours.
Hopefully.
You think it will take 3 hours to dry?
2 hours.
I never know how long to put them in for. Henry, we should remind Henry to bring his in to wash overnight.
It was quite a lot in that. I would say definitely 2 more hours.
This is kind of dry, but not really at the same time. Feel that?
I think you need a little bit more time.
Huh?
How long did you
I
put
did
on?
one. I did 90, then 60. So it's already been there for an hour and a half. Right, let me do this, and just before we sleep,
I think
we'll come back.
you just do it again. Do
Yeah.
1 hour.
And then before I sleep, remind me to come back. Okay.
Yes. Let's do 1 hour.
Didn't even eat early. That's what's confusing me. I'm just going to drink more chamomile and hope that that helps me.
See, I'm going to have some yogurt.
Have
What are you going to have? What is your
tea. What are you having?
I don't know. I'm hungry, but I don't know what to
Why
eat.
don't you just eat some of the meat that's left? Because it's probably going to go waste. You can always chuck it in the oven for 5 minutes.
I want something sweet.
Oh, you want something sweet?
Girls, I'm so happy that we cooked together.
Demanding.
Yeah, you are. I'm sick of it.
Sick of it. We should have had the most demanding housemate.
Get a bowl, have some yogurt, and put some honey in.
Yeah.
Right, what am I having? Chamomile. We go. These cups are like gold. Oh, I've got it. Oh, thank you. You are sweet, aren't you? You're on the inside somewhere in there.
So interesting in the chat we were having earlier.
Yeah.
I know.
Like, I genuinely do mean it. Like, I feel like everyone's just like no one I've ever met before. It's such a strange thing.
I know, but I think everyone kind of like underestimates themselves because you live in your own body every day. So you're like, oh, that's normal. That's normal. That's normal. That's normal.
That's why I was like, I don't want to use normal in a derogatory term, like a derogatory term, but like, not that anyone's not normal, but like for me, there's nothing that's not normal about me.
But that's why I've always said to you, like, I know you felt like a lot of question marks around why your friends have been leaving, but that's why I've kept saying to you, it's not that they're bad people, but don't, like, count yourself in the same way as you count them, because the obvious characteristics might be similarities between you, but it's the nuances that make you different, that make you stand out. And that quality in you about swallowing your pride is something that not many people have.
Yeah, that was so precious.
Yeah, that's such an important thing. Like, yes, Jenkins did it with me eventually, but you could tell it took him a lot more, like strain to do it.
It's really weird because I've never seen it as swallowing my pride, but just accepting that you're not always right.
Yeah,
like, and I understand how it now is accepting your pride, but like it's only when you said that. Shit, actually, yeah, I see how that could be.
Yeah, and the reason why I said that is like, you know, obviously even in like the vending machine task, I kept saying that people need to stop thinking that they're right. We're only like 30 years old max. Like, we don't know everything. And I think a lot of people put a lot of pressure on themselves to know everything and be right about everyone on first impressions. But it's impossible. And if you set yourself up to always be right about people, when you are wrong, you'll find it very hard to say, sorry, I was wrong. And I think what I like about you is that you never hold yourself up to like an impossible standard. Like, you know that there might be times that you have to swallow your pride and you're not afraid to do it.
I genuinely feel like regret for Trish leaving on Friday because I wish that we had like a second chance at like a friendship, you know?
I know, but do you know what? Like you and Matty have really maturely recognised, sometimes your friendships do start from like a back foot.
Yeah.
And there are consequences to that, but that can be fixed on the outside.
But I'm also glad because that is genuinely like the reason I'm still in the house. So like, I'm so genuinely chuffed that last night that Yenra and Matty did save me in the end. And even though they didn't know that's what they were doing, I'm so chuffed that the reasoning that they chose reflected my actions.
I would have been devastated if you left because for me, I see that you've gone on such a journey and not everyone would open themselves up to go on that journey. Like, some people have had an easy ride that's not of their own accord. So I would never want to punish them for having an easy ride.
We've always said in this house, as soon as you open your mouth, you fall victim to things.
Yeah.
So
I didn't want you to be punished for that.
It was nice that that wasn't the downfall.
Yeah.
And more so like the like opportunity.
Absolutely. And there are so many people in my life who, like, my mum will always try and like encourage me to like be a bit more like quiet about what I believe in or like do the more expected thing because it ruffles less feathers. My mum's always called me a controversial character, and not because like I'm controversial, but because I do things that people don't expect me to do, and that gets me in trouble, which is exactly what happened on Halloween. But I always know that if I believe in what I'm doing, whether it's what other people expect
it's right.
or not, it's right, and I can live with myself if it comes back to me in the future. If I was at home right now, which I truly believe I would be if it wasn't for Halloween, I'd be so disappointed in myself for not doing what I believed in. So sometimes you have to do it not knowing what's coming.
Have you got dark, Steve?
It's the right thing.
Yeah. It's been just, like, tonight has been such a reflective night overall. And I think it is because yesterday we couldn't see the light.
Yeah, we were cautious to celebrate anything.
But tonight we've enjoyed ourselves.
Tonight
today.
we relax.
Tomorrow we suffer. But it's been really nice that tonight.
Test them again.
Okay.
And then we can sort it out.
You always hang them up, though.
Yeah, to be fair.
Tuck me and Yenren's stuff in.
What I will do, Henry, are yours sorted into, like, your load yet?
Well, I think I'm fine to just shove it all in, to be honest.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put yours in for you.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just make sure I go before I fall asleep.
And see, when you go, though, let me know, because I'll come and I'll take out the stuff that can't be tumble-dried for me.
Yeah.
Because I have let Dylan shrink my white flares.
Oh my God, that was so funny watching you try those on again. Are you showering now, Matty? No. Anyone showering now?
I'm showering now.
Okay,
I'm showering now.
Oh, go on, when you go, then I'll go after.
I'm going to have a chamomile tea.
Oh, you should have said, because I would have made you one, because I made me Noki one.
No worries.
Bloody hell, Yenren, what are you up to?
I won't be a Dylan.
Wait, are you up to hen?
What are you up to, hen?
Packing again.
Did they say hen in Ireland?
I get mixed up because I've got, like, a mixed friendship group. I never know what's, like, Scottish and Irish anymore.
It's because there are so many, like, similarities and nuances.
Oh yeah, can someone do that? Have you electric?
What do you do with your sideburns?
They've just gone a bit long.
Henry,
But what do you do with them normally?
No.
Oh,
guys.
What do you shave your face with?
Huh?
What do you shave your face with?
Just like a normal razor.
Oh, there's none in the house.
They've just gone a bit long.
I've got my sideburns alone as well.
Oh, I'm really happy about tonight. Whatever happens tomorrow, I feel like tonight's been...
I feel like quite healed.
It's felt very
Why?
wholesome.
Like, I knew what it was between me and you, but I could never put my finger on it. And then
Weirdly, today and tonight is even, like,
yeah.
healed a lot.
Like, when Big Brother asked me, like, what do you feel? I was like, you know I don't feel anything strongly about it. But then when I started thinking about it, I was like, I do think we're both so, like, guarded and we don't want to, like, let people disturb our peace. So, like, we are very cautious of people. And when you have two people that are like that, it's like,
I think
needs to give in.
Basically, we're just very similar.
Yeah, I know.
It's bad.
We are slow burns.
We are slow burns.
More cautious characters.
Yes.
But it's fine to have relationships with other people because they can open you up. But when
Exactly.
you get two of that, then it's like you're both cautious and then there's
Yeah, it's like, who's going to give in first?
Yeah.
Who is it going to be?
Is it going to be you? Is it going to be me?
But yeah, I've always been like that. And like, I like people that are like that, which is why I've respected you, even though I've felt like cautiousness from you.
Yeah.
Like, I like that he's overcautious because I do think it's weird that everyone expects everyone to be open straight away. Like, is that not
Like, I'm not all guns blazing.
I've given in this whole experience has been more than what I would ever give in normal life, which is why I found it so frustrating.
That people were still calling you faking gameplayery.
Yeah, because I was like, I've cried on telly. I've talked about things I never wanted to talk about. Like, I've given you more than I would ever give anyone in real life, but it's still not enough. And I understand why it's not enough. That's fine. But I also don't want to force it.
Of course.
To, like, make people happy.
Yeah.
Which is why I've kept it away. But today, the circumstances were just right for it to, like, come out.
maybe it's a smaller group as well. You maybe feel more comfortable in smaller groups, and like because we all are friends and a lot of barriers have been squashed now. You feel comfortable to be silly and
weirdly,
be funny.
that
was hilarious.
I was almost more worried about that room being full of all the other housemates, like because I felt more comfortable in a smaller group.
You can just play the fool and play the idiot in the smaller group.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Like, I've never been like a big group kind of girl in terms of friends, and I think it's because I like to be in a small group where like there's no room for gossiping to happen because everyone is like we're all like my friendship group. Like the only friendship group I have really that I interact with on a regular basis is 3 people.
Yeah, 5 is even a lot for me. 5's a lot.
Yeah, in 3 people, there's not enough room to gossip about anyone. It just doesn't work. So I feel secure in that to do whatever because I know it's never going to be talked about away from me. Whereas if there's like 8 people, that leaves room for pockets to form. And then that gives me that paranoia. And then that's when I get like all walls go up. So I'm proud of myself for not like just being Nicki Minaj from day one, but just because people wanted me to be.
And because you thought that would make people like you, and then that is not the real you anyway, you know?
And I've always been like suspicious, and maybe I shouldn't be, but like in the outside world, when I meet someone for the first time and they're almost like, oh my God, I love you. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be best friends.
Same, I'm like,
oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I'm so
and I just go like, what the fuck?
Same, I'm like.
I'm just like in here, when people throw around like, oh my God, I love you, and like, I'm like, but you know when like people, maybe that's in their nature to say it to everyone, but to me, like stuff like that is like.
I completely agree. I'm like.
I'm like, oh, like, how can you love me after a couple of weeks to know me? And like, someone who's maybe yes-manning me too much, I can feel also like quite like, oh.
And you know another weird one for me in here, which is so hard to say, but you know when people like fiercely, this is really hard, but when people are so uncompromising about like their friends in here, that scares me because I'm like, yes, I can believe that people are friends in here because I've made friends here that I truly believe are my friends. However, if you can't understand why I would believe Trish's perspective that's different about my perspective on my friend, that makes me think to myself, like, are you just going along with what your friends are doing to protect yourself, or do you truly, like, believe in what they say? I don't know if that makes sense.
No, I do, because I actually have also had, like, an issue from about week 3 when people were, like, going around, fair enough if this is how they feel, but being like, my friends. And I was thinking, but, like, oh, wait. And then I felt, like, a bit demeaned, like, oh, are we not friends? Because I thought we were building a friendship there. You know, like, that sort of thing. I was like...
I've had that.
And, like, I don't think... I really was cautious not to be like my friend. I'd say more the group or the people I hang out with the most, because to say like my friend is like, it feels a very like divisive word.
I've really liked Olivia from day one. However, if Trish says she sees something that's a question mark, I respect her view because I know that I've only known her for 3 weeks. So I found it weird when people were like, no,
Chanel
I know
was
my
saying
friend.
that.
I'm like,
I know I couldn't do that.
It might not be exactly who you think that. I'm not going to
chuck them in that
I already chucked them.
Guys, if I'm not back in 5 minutes, come to find me.
Okay.
I'm scared.
But yeah, like, I will never apologise for that. I'll always be suspicious of people. And not everyone's going to see Nicki Minaj, but you 5
we got to see her.
Are very lucky people.
And also the entire world, so...
Yeah. But you sense.
Because you met her before.
Yeah. I'm very lucky. Otherwise, I would have been like, what's going on? But
I mean...
It'd be interesting to see everyone else who didn't make it.
Well, you almost caught me, Nicki, because you went, the fuck are you doing? Are you on a secret task? I was like, no.
So I knew that wasn't you. I was like, what the hell? Why are you doing that? Everyone's going to think you're an idiot.
It's so weird, isn't it?
So stop making me look bad.
Stop making me look bad.
Well, like, you know, people like Zach and Frida who never made it this far, who maybe weren't able to show those other parts of their personalities.
I don't know if there was that other part to Zach, I'll be honest.
Whoops.
Whoops. Oh, I'm a bollock. Fucking hell! Speed on that! Whoops.
that was a bit of a dodgy one. Good catch.
This is meant. How many? Are you trying to make dive over chairs? Oh, I'm so bored. I want to.
Like, I'm protective of parts of myself because I don't want people to judge me. So I would rather give you.
But in a place like this.
Me, I know I can find my settle down as well. But I also I just want you to know we still can have our settling down with each other.
Yeah.
Especially we already bonded before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even though it was not the
No, I know. Yeah. No, and I really appreciate that. And same to me, if you ever want to speak to me, I'm always open,
I know.
honestly.
I know.
You're one of my besties in here.
I
so.
know. Oh. I'm gonna go for a walk tomorrow if we have free time.
Yeah, let's have a walk. 100%. But I'm trying not to let it get to me because sometimes I get a bit upset about it. But then I also think I don't want to spend what's potentially your last few day or your last couple of days like in here feeling upset or feeling low. So yeah. And I did enjoy the task today, and that kind of cheered me up a bit, and the secret task and everything, that was all good fun. But yeah, no, I miss them a lot.
I know.
Which is weird. I've never felt this way about someone before.
Really?
About like I would never feel like
I know.
I really miss him.
Yeah, I really miss them as well. Another thing I'm thinking about is that because this is how I feel, this is my world now. I can't just, since I'm here, my life is here, I can't imagine myself, just my mind is not thinking about what's outside now. However, that's why, when Trish left the house, I feel like I lost her, but actually I didn't, no one lost her. She's just, the track is going different way, but we can still see each other because we know Friday, hopefully, we're gonna meet together again. And I was trying to persuade myself that I came here alone, I left alone. It's already a very good fortune. I have more support and a bond I made inside the house, but I came here alone. So even right now, I'm not alone. I still have my bonds around me. So why should we should carry their inspiration, their expectation.